Hi everyone, Kim here for Treasure Lee Kit Club. What I've got for you today is a tutorial on how I created this shadow box using our August mixed media kit. I've used everything from the mixed media kit and some items from our past mixed media kits and maybe one or two items from my stash. So if you want to see how I created this shadow box, let's jump right into it. Okay guys, we're going to do some prep work to get started on our kit. And as you saw, this turned into a reverse canvas. So that means I'm going to be working on the back side of it. And so I want to prep the back side of it. And I'm also going to set this stuff aside, and I'm going to prep the piece of chipboard that I'm going to be using. And this chipboard is from Treasure Lee's. It's our chipboard, and it can be found on the website at www.treasureleekit.com. And then go under shop and click on chipboard, and you'll be able to see all of our chipboard that we have available in the store. So I'm going to be using this, and these two pieces need to be prepped, and I'm going to prep them. The chipboard I'm going to prep with clear gesso because I want to keep it that color. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some clear gesso on that. And then the canvas, because I'm using the back side of it, I'm going to go ahead and prep this before I use our texture paste from the kit, because I want to hide all the staples. And I also prepped my sprays. And when I say prep my sprays, these come with just the powder in them, and you have to add water up to the fill line. Doesn't matter if it's warm or hot. I like to use warm water, but it really doesn't matter. So you need to fill that up there and then give these a good shake and let the powder and the water mix. Fortunately, these don't take long because there's no mica in them, there's no sparkle in them. So you don't have to worry about all that mixing. And then just a heads up, just be kind of careful when you're filling the white one, because it's kind of hard to see it fill, and I went over the top. It's not going to lessen the amount of spray or opacity of your spray. It's just it won't give you the room to mix as well as one of the other ones. That's all. So those are going to be set aside for the moment. And I've also got some wipes, and I've got a jar with my paint brushes. And so I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the chipboard first. Well, actually, no, I'm going to do the canvas first, because that's our biggest piece, and I want that to start to dry before I do the chipboard. So I'm just taking a flat brush and my white gesso, and I'm just going over it, and I'm kind of covering the wood too that's showing in the back, but my main purpose really is I want to get some coverage to the staples that are on here, because I don't want them showing in my project. Now, it doesn't have to be neat or anything. And then I'm also going to do the inside, because, okay, and so I've got the inside of my canvas painted, and I've got the borders painted. We're going to set that aside to dry, and then we're going to work on our chipboard piece. And I'm just going to grab a smaller brush, and I'm going to get the clear gesso. And we're just going to take a light coat over this. I like coating on my chipboard. And so now we're covered in our clear gesso. And if you're impatient, you can use your heat tool to dry. But since we're going to be working on something else, I'm just going to set it aside to dry. And we're going to come back to our canvas. And our canvas isn't quite dry, but this is what it's looking like. And next up, we're going to be using our texture paste on the canvas. And our texture paste is white sand. I don't know if you can see. It's white, and it's a little gritty, and it's going to dry that color. So that's what we're going to use next. This was in a little embellishment container. I've been using this as my palette. So I like to squeeze stuff out. Okay, so now that our canvas is dry, you see I've basically got the staples covered and the inside of it is done. It's time for us to start doing some work on building the inside of our shadow box. And for that, I'm going to use our texture paste in white sand, and I'm just going to squeeze some out. Be a little easier for me to use. And I'm going to take my little dense brush, and I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to start pounding it in randomly, because I just want to create some texture on the background. So this is just going to get stamped in randomly, and I'm going to do some here too on the top, keeping in mind what I've got in mind for my design. Alright, so for now, this is how we're looking. I've got some randomly on the inside and on the outside. And we're going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and we'll work on it some more. Alright, so we're all dry, and as you can see, what I did is I took some crackle paste from a Past Mediums kit, and I decided to add a little more texture. So as you can see here, I added some crackle paste and then some more of the white sand texture paste on top. Next, we're going to go on the inside, and we're going to work on that background a little bit, and that's where our mists are going to come in handy. And actually, I'm going to work with the blue. Actually, I'm going to work with Caribbean blue and the white mist, and I have a little mister of water here as well. So I'm going to start, and I've got a brush. I'm going to start by misting the inside of the mask. I just want to have some water in there so that my blue isn't too concentrated. And I'm just going to give that a shake because it's been sitting and it's probably settled. So give that some blue. Mix some water in there with it. And I just kind of want it to run a little bit. And I'm kind of happy with the way the inside turned out. So I'm going to be moving on to the outside. Okay guys, so we're back, and the inside of our shadow box has dried, and I like the way I have the color. And you can see what I also did was I took my chicken wire and I cut it on an angle, and I've adhered it. I used some soft gloss gel. It's still drying, but we're going to go ahead and continue to work and decorate this now. That's where we're at in the stage. And so what I did was I'm going to start with the base. I pulled a vine from a past scrapbook kit, I believe is where this came from. I have all my leftovers from past kits just in a box, and so if I need something, I just dig in the box and pull it out. And I'm going to lay this across here. That's going to be our base. And I pulled this one because it kind of goes with our blue flat Fabio that we got here, our Tweedledee denim. So I'm just going to, you know, pull from those colors, and I'm going to attach this. So I got my glue here, and I need to be a little bit careful. Like I said, it's not, my wire isn't dry yet, so I need to be careful. But once I start adding all these other layers onto it, it will help weigh down my wire, and so that added weight will help it adhere a little bit more. And I'm just adding some adhesive, some glue, some Fabri-Tac to the back of this vine so I can lay it down, and it's going to go on a diagonal. Right across here is where I want it, And I've lifted some of the branches up because we're going to be layering stuff under and over. And so I'm lifting up what I can. And we're just going to get that laid down. And it's nice to have stuff hang off the edge. It just gives some, alright, so this is where we are right now. And I've got these two little wooden pieces. One says be grateful, one says be happy. And I think I want to use the one that says be happy. I'm just not sure where I want it to go. Actually, I think I want it to go like right about here. It's a perfect spot for it. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our mist, and it is time for us to give this some color. It's time for us to go ahead and paint this. And what I want to do first is I'm going to go ahead and take some white gesso, and I want to water it down a bit because I want to give this a coating of white gesso before I start adding in my color. Oh. Here's my paintbrush I want to use. Do a little of the crackle paste that we got. I think it was last kit or the kit before last, and I'm going to heavily dab on some of the crackle paste so we get a little more texture. We've got a lot going on already, but I'm going back in. Next thing I'm going to do is we've got this bag of pearls in our kit. So, and they're multi-size pearls, so I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of those to the project. Before I do that, I'm going to grab some soft gloss gel. I like to use this to add to my projects. And darn it if I didn't forget a piece on my project, but that's okay. I still like the way it's turned out. And if you're interested, this piece, the chipboard piece that we prepped earlier, this is in the store. You can find it by going to our website at www.trejoliekits.com and go to store or shop and go to chipboard, and you will be able to find it there. All right. So we're going to go ahead and add some pearls. Here you have it. This is my little shadow box. Although I've covered it so much you can't even see anything in the back. Well, let's see if we can see my little colors in the background a little bit. If we do a little bit of adjusting here, you can see a little bit of my colors in the background, but this is our shadow box. And this kit again is our August Mixed Media Kit, and you can find it at our website at www.trejoliekits.com, and then just go to Kits and Mixed Media, August 2001. There's still a few kits available, but to save yourself the headache, you can just always go ahead and subscribe to our kits. Then that way you will be guaranteed a kit every month. And the purpose of our mixed media kits is so that you can build up your mixed media stash, plus you get to play with all kinds of mediums and get used to using them. And there's always a project in our mixed media kit as well too, so it is a standalone kit that you can buy and use right away, because again, I used just a few things from my stash, but a lot of them came from past mixed media kits, so I was just able again to reach back to the stash that I built up and create this project. So thanks for joining me, and this has been Kim. Bye.